lived when the refugee crisis started. I was just coming back from the Middle East, where I lived, for a year at the Turkish-Syrian border. So I could see, how it was being born, because I was living among the refugees, and I knew how they were thinking, what they were, how actually it started among them. Why did they decide to go to Europe in such big numbers and so on? And then I came back to Czech Republic, and I was really confused, because the way of informing about the whole thing was very, again, black and white. It was either, let's open our hands and just welcome everybody, and the other group was absolutely no, no, no. And there was almost no non-existent realistic discussion about it. The realism and pragmatism in this way was really missing. And what I think was very puzzling for many people, and that's why I think these were the roots of where are we now, because I think that now it's really getting worse and worse, the perception, especially after the couple of attacks which happened in the meantime, was in a way the collapse of elites, and especially in the European Union, their indecisiveness on what to do, and their disability to act promptly. That people suddenly saw that we have the leaders who don't know what to do. They just don't know what to do. They just don't tell us, who we are, how we are going to react, and they are absolutely helpless. So people started to be really puzzled, and of course that opens the door to fear, and that of course opens the door to populists, because they come with easy solutions, and they come with that cocktail of fear, and we know what to do, and let's see this and this and this. So I think that it was a mixture of the elites' lack of being to act, and then of course the lack of proper discussion, of honest discussion, because I think that because of the groups telling, they were the groups who were saying, okay, the refugees, it's not a problem, Islam is not a problem, and the fact that they were, because it is a problem, and I think that in a way it is justified to have a very, very open discussion about if Islam is a threat to democracy or to our values and stuff, and it was being in a way mocked too, and I think that it really pushed many people on the other side, which definitely is a problem. And the last thing which I wanted to say was that it is also connected with the crisis of Islam as such, because of course, like the Sunni and Shia at the moment, they are in a crisis, and they are also like there is a way ahead. They are also trying to decide, where they are going, and that goes hand in hand with the rise of the Islamistic movements and the radical movements, and I think that has to be taken. As well. That the discussion about Islam and the threat and the fear of people here, whether it is justified or not, and in what ways it is justified, in what ways it isn't, and these are all topics which were almost non-discussed in the media and among people, So I think that many people have a feeling that some truth is being hidden in front of them. It's not being hidden, it's just not being discussed. And I think that's that is a very big issue, and that is a very big problem of media, but of politicians as well, because they don't know, you know, they really don't know the knowledge of Islam and Middle East is actually very limited. I think among European politicians there is a certain naivety and this lack of knowledge, of course, makes space to populism, I think, and to very problematic dealing of the whole refugee issue.